welcome to the Just Zander podcast. I'm your host, Zander Gray, and this is episode 22. So I'm recording on a Sunday, as usual, and I release it on Monday. I don't know why I always bring it up, but I feel like I have to. Habit, I suppose. So today I'm going to talk about something that's a little weird, man. So we'll just start right away because this is kind of close to home a little bit. Excuse me. By the way, it is so hot in this room, and it's so hot outside. It was 96, 97 today. So being a Washingtonian, that is unbearable. So anyway, so apologize for how it looks. It's a little weird because I moved stuff around because of the news that it's coming up maybe this month or the following month. And again, I'll keep you posted. But for right now, it's kind of hush-hush. But thank you for being patient, I suppose. So I moved this crazy huge desk from in my studio room to the other room. And so I kind of moved my desk itself more in the middle and move stuff around because I need more space. So to do more things. And I think it looks pretty good. Everything is kind of centered. I'm sure I'll do a video about it pretty soon. As of right now, this is how it's going to look. And I need a better setup, I feel like. But anyway, let's get into it, okay? So today, I wanted to ask a question where do you really know somebody, be it your family member, your friends, close, not close, like how much do you know of them? So I'm going to get into it. If you know me, you'll know the person that I'm kind of talking about in a sense. He was one of my groomsmen. I don't want to say what position he was in because it's pretty obvious, but I'll probably say it. If you listen to the whole thing, I'll say it at the very end. So anyway, he got charge of sexually assaulting his clients for he's a massage therapist. And I'm pissed. I'm disappointed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm angry because I'm pretty close to this dude, and we technically didn't really have a falling out. We just went our separate ways because, I got busy, he got busy, and it's crazy, man. So to go into detail, I'm looking at my phone right now, okay? It's on the news, it's in the news. And, he sexually assaulted women during massages while he was employed at clinics in Bremerton, Port Orchard, Tacoma for almost a decade-long career. And, he's in jail right now. And he admits to engaging in sexual activity with 20 to 22 women during appointments over his career, claimed that they were consensual encounters, which is bullshit, and also said that he acknowledged he would test the waters, quote unquote, with clients with suggestive touching to determine if it was something that was wanted. What the fuck? Okay, so let you know right now, it's never wanted. I'm not a woman. Never wanted if you're a fucking massage therapist or a doctor or whatever. It's never 100%, 125,000% never ever wanted. Okay? Sorry. I know this might be a little triggering and I might go pretty off in this podcast, but I can only be myself and I am who I am in my head. And I'm just going to be honest. And my emotions are very all over the place right now. Okay, so I'm just going to put it out there. Okay, and women interviewed by a detective said his advances were unwelcome and violating, including an allegation of rape. Okay, so yeah, so he's been doing this for a long time, and then one of them, let's see here, I'm trying to find it. That when he was massaging her, and this one woman said, she fell asleep, and then she woke up to him raping her. Yeah. So around 2015, 2016, she fell asleep on the massage table. She woke to find him raping her. Detective says she told police she did not come forward because she felt guilt and was embarrassed about it because she hadn't responded forcefully against earlier inappropriate touching by him. So it's been going on. So he assumed that it's okay because she didn't say anything. Okay, 100,000 fucking percent never wanted. Okay, so don't test the waters. So anyway, so what's odd was I was gonna talk about this topic, not this particular topic, obviously. What I was gonna say was you meet people around you, friends, whatever, and sometimes you just know that that person is either creepy or like something's a little off about them. You know, just intuition. You know what I mean? And I want to say most of the time you're right, but most of the time you don't know. So you kind of like, I don't know why I'm thinking that. I'm just being a terrible person. I'm stupid for thinking that. Again, it's 97 degrees in my house, probably more, and I'm drinking hot tea. Okay, so sometimes you just know like something's a little off with them. I'm just gonna leave them alone, or like, okay, I get it. But with this person that I know personally, I didn't think anything was off with him. We were friends. Okay, so go back in history. I met him when I was working at Lowe's. I'm putting out his dirty laundry right now, but who the fuck cares, right? You know? So let's put it out there. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. So I know him, well, out of respect of his ex-wife and stuff. So I won't go too much into detail, but I'll just let you know what I kind of know. So at least from what I think, whatever information that's been told by me or the conversations that we've had, I think he doesn't have a say now. So I think I'm able to talk about it. So let's go. Okay, so I met him at Lowe's. When I used to work there, we used to unload trucks. Lowe's usually get, their inventory or whatever, and we just unload it. And he was been working there for a while, and I just started there, and we got along. We sang, we joked a lot, just stupid shit, just what guys do, but nothing like nothing that we don't joke around where it's like, that's weird. Why are you joking about that? It's a lot of it's very harmless. A lot of it's like just silly, stupid shit, and we just got along, and I moved and I did my thing. We still kept into contact here and there. He has other jobs. He has insomnia. He doesn't really sleep that well. And then so I've known him throughout the years. And then when I was about to get married, like I wanted him to be one of my groomsmen because he was a good dude. And like I cared about him and I cared about his family and his kid. And, but he's always been kind of reserved towards my wife and towards but with me, he's very comfortable and we just, talk and whatever. And I haven't talked to him after a while, after the wedding. Well, what happened was one time we were work at Lowe's, like he got fired from his job because of something happened at his job. So I was like, oh, that's weird. And I never thought that he was that type of person because, that was odd. Like, not saying that it doesn't happen, but it's like, who would do something like that? So he got fired for inappropriately touching a person, or like, and then what he told me was, well, I was hugging her and we hugged a lot, and then suddenly like she didn't like it anymore, and blah blah. This is there. These are his words. And again, it's been like, this is like years ago, so I didn't really think nothing of it. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Like, like now now you don't do that. Now you just, you know if you don't know a person, don't hug a person, and she might have be uncomfortable, like kind of read the room kind of thing. So it was unfortunate. So okay, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it, and that's on me. And so that was going on then, and then he started going to school for to become a massage therapist, and I was like, oh, that's dope, dude, that's awesome, like, get after it. And we had a falling out because I was moving a lot, and we every once in a while we check in, and then out of nowhere, not that long ago, I want to say maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, he's like, hey, like, my wife and I, we got divorced and da da da. Like, I cheated. I was like, ah, man, like, that sucks. Again, I'll keep that brief because out of respect of his ex-wife, like, she's a very wonderful person. She's a great person, and I don't want to disrespect her in any way. So I'll keep it pretty short. So anyway, he cheated and he did whatever, and he had a kid with this other person. But anyway, none of my business. I was like, that sucks. Yeah, you fucked up, and own up to it. You fucked up, own up to it. Now you move on. Now do what you got to do. Live your life, and atone for it. Like, you messed up. But I didn't know how deep it was. I was like, oh, okay, like, you fucked up. You're human. And, when we don't talk, we check in every once in a while, and he's struggling with depression and whatever. And, he feels lost. And so I did a few podcasts ago about, being in your 30s, and you don't talk about success and failures in your 30s. It's like you have to, like, know it right away in your 30s. And I feel like that's not true, because there's still stuff that you need to figure out and, like, work out and, give yourself that time, at least in my perspective. Again, I should have said this in the beginning, full disclaimer, I'm not an expert or anything. A lot of the things that I say is through either perspective, perception, and experiences. Okay, so take it or leave it. And a lot of it's my opinion. If you don't agree with it, please talk to me. If you agree with it, please talk to me, DM me. Let's have a conversation. And then if you have anything to say, let's chat. If not, start your own fucking podcast. Anyway. So again, I'm very aggressive right today, just because this is just so crazy, man. Like, you just don't know a person. Anyway, back to the story. So he hit me up because I was talking about, and then he had this long conversation talking about how, I'm still trying to figure it out and blah, blah. And like, I failed and I fucked up so many times and da, da, da. But, I'm working it out. And then we just had a good conversation, and we had a phone call, and I talked to him. This was maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, maybe. And then my wife was like, hey, babe. And then she read the thing, his name or whatever, age, he's a massage therapist. So like, how many, almost said his name. I might have to, I might have to blank that out. How many person goes by that name? Man, I need to mark it. All right, I got it. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna bleep it. Now I have to go through it. God damn it. Okay. Wow, I just caught myself. First mistake. So how many people do you know is name that? And So I was like, what? What? So I don't know how to go about to have the conversation after that. So the thing that I'm trying to get to in this podcast is like, do you really know that person, right? Like how much do you know that person? And that is no excuse like of what he did. He deserves to be in jail, deserves to be punished. I'm just so fucking angry, man. I cared about this dude, you know? And and I knew he was a massage therapist. He's given me a massage before. Yeah, I'm a dude, whatever. But imagine I almost had him massage my wife, and I almost like, oh yeah, so and so is a massage therapist. Like if you need, because my wife has a bad back, you know, um, I was like, okay, maybe go to him and he can help. Imagine if he did that to my wife. I can't say the things that I would do if he were to do that to my wife. And I know damn well she would stop him or let me know, and explicit things are going to happen after that, you know? So, and I'm not taking away what happened with the other women that's so fucked up and bullshit that they have to go through that and like having to be either shame or embarrassed and not say anything because you feel so powerless and helpless. Again, I'm not a woman. I can't speak for them, but it's like, what the fuck, man? You know? Like the worst thing is to feel powerless and not being able to do anything to help yourself. And you know what I mean? Because you froze. And I'm just so upset about that. You know, I grew up being raised by women, by my mom, by my grandmother, you know. My grandpa was a role model and stuff, but my grandma and my mom raised me. I was raised by women. My wife is such a wonderful person and strong, and I would do anything and everything to protect her and, you know, provide for her and everything for her, my mom, my grandmother, my sister. And just thinking about it makes me so fucking angry. There was a scene in Parks and Rec. If you watch that show, I forgot his name, Chris Pratt. He plays Andy, and he was just talking about if Emily were to hurt April, his wife at the time, and he started thinking negative thoughts, and like he just like, I'm just so angry just thinking about it, and that's how I feel. Just wanted to put a little bit of humor in that, but yeah, man, it's so the whole podcast is just I I think to explore it a little bit more is like if you feel that uneasy feeling, you know, it's what do you do? Like what can you do? Especially if that person is reserved, especially if that person doesn't really open up or talk. It's like, and then it comes down to do you really know somebody, you know? I don't know. I this is like really close to home, you know, and I don't know if it's a special case or if it's like this at all with other people. I have no idea. I mean, you have piece of shit friends, and that's normal. And I can't say that I'm any different. Like I'm flawed too. And oh yeah, I forgot I have this. I put this. I'm like so hot, and I have this LaCroix. I'm speechless, man. Like how do you even know? So I need to, and I just kind of look inward when that happens. I just need to be better at not judging people, but just knowing the people that I surround myself with, especially close people that are close. Like, and I think what I need to start doing is to open up more and and ask ask my friends, family, and just get to know them a little bit more. I think that's key. That's important to know the people around you, to really understand the people around you, so stuff like this wouldn't happen. That it's like I see it coming, because I feel like if he were to open up, and here's another thing, right? So if he opens up to me and said all these things, like, yeah, blah blah blah, I was massaging and I was like, what do you do then? Do you report him? Do you say, whoa, what the fuck, dude? Why? Do you tell him, oh, don't do it again? Like, you have to report him. Hey, man, I have to report you, dude. Like, this is insane right now. And I mean, I feel like if you were to say stuff like that to me and admit to it, I would talk to my wife and ask her, like, what should I do? You know? So that's another thing. I think, you have that question where, you have your ride or die, and it's like, if I were to do something, would you protect me and stuff? And would you da 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 da? Would you, like, if I kill somebody, would you, like, hide the body with me? And those are real fucking questions. Like, you're hanging out with your friends and you start talking about that. You need to be really honest with yourself on what you are going to do, because that shows the person that you are and the character that you build for yourself. If he came to me and said all the things that he did coming out of his fucking mouth, I would say, bro, we're not cool anymore, and I'm reporting you. So we're done. You have to. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine, not him, another close friend of mine now. And it's always, I always like to add T to stuff. That's a good shirt name. It's always about doing the right thing. That's it. Period. It is always about doing the right thing. Your intent, if it is it of love or anger or whatever, but bottom line, it comes down to always doing the right thing. And that's based on you. That's based on your personality, your character, your integrity, your how you were raised, everything. Because right thing can mean the wrong thing too. So it just really depends. Obviously, there are very concrete right or wrong things. Don't get me wrong. There is black and white, but I think the intent should always do the right thing. Anyway, this one's a little weird, man. Like, it just kind of blows my mind of what happened. I had to talk about it because this is going on in my life. I have no contact with him after that, like that past, like when we talked about the podcast. And then I had nothing after that. And then I heard the news. And that happened last week. Very recent. So I had to talk about it. And I'm sure you, if you know who I am, if you ask me, I mean, I would just tell you, but okay, since this is the pretty much the end of the podcast, he was the best man on my fucking wedding. He was the best man, dude. Not one of the groomsmen. He was the best man. Not no more. He's the worst man right now. And also he has kids. So anyway, that's it today, folks. My new single is out. Terrible transition to a single, but the single is called Enough. The song is about being enough. It's a slower song. It's out everywhere. I released it last week. And another song to come next month. But right now, please find me on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm pretty much everywhere. YouTube. Zander Gray, Zander with a Z, Gray with an E. If you're listening, please rate and review on Anchor or Apple Podcasts or Google Play and all that. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. New news is coming soon. I'm working out the details. I will keep you posted. I think it's cool. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to involve a lot of work on my end, but it's okay because I love doing stuff like this. So I'll keep you guys posted. And what am I grateful for? It's hard to be grateful for stuff when shit like this is going on, but I am grateful for, honestly, my fucking wife, man. She's lately, even though we argue here and there, lately it has been really, really amazing. Like, just been spending time with her, us opening up more, us being honest with each other and just having real conversations with each other. And my heart is whole, man. I feel so good about that. And I'm very grateful and lucky to have somebody like that in my life. And in the people around me, besides that, the people around me now. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm, again, grateful for my drive that I have to get better at the things that I do in my craft and to just keep working hard because I love doing stuff like this. I am a creator. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen. I appreciate you guys just listening whenever this is released and commenting and just taking the time to have a conversation with me. Anyway, have a great day. See you next week. And peace.